the problem already. Y'all been listening to Limbaugh and those people that talk good so long, and they've been brainwashing you because they talk good. You take a good old country boy from North Carolina, and I know you listen to all the talk shows, but in reality, you take a good old country boy like me to tell you the truth. Don't and listen. I can't spit out the verbs like Limbaugh. I can't spit out the verbs like Sam Silk. I can't spit out the verbs like Trovosana. But you know what? Y'all know that I'm always #1 wherever I go, because you know what? I'm like you all. You understand? I'm like you all. One of the guys. All right. One of the. Last week I was almost sure that Trump was gonna take Ohio, and I was absolutely sure Trump was gonna take Ohio. Some things have happened in Chicago and other places that really has brought on some different things. So it's gonna be very interesting. But I still believe that Kasich stayed away too long in those other states.
Who they are. And right now I'd like to introduce, sitting in our studio, two lovely ladies. The first one is Miss Cassandra McDonald, and she is a candidate for state representative of District Number 8. And then, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, and you?
I'm good. You know what? I'm looking here and focus here. And what's your name, sister?
I'm Cassandra McDonald.
You're Cassandra, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at Cassandra McDonald. I'm sorry. And Cassandra, you're running for state representative of District 8.
Yes, I am.
Okay, what encompasses District 8?
Well, District 8 encompasses the cities of East Cleveland, Euclid, South Euclid, Beechwood, Richmond Heights, Woodmere, and Cleveland Ward 10.
Okay. Oh, wow. All right. And our next guest is Miss, is that Shalra? Shalera Taylor. Okay, Miss Taylor, are you in support of Cassandra?
Yes, I am.
All right, all right.
Well, here's the thing. I am in support of Cassandra, but I am also running for District 11. So she's an 8, I'm an 11.
And what areas did District 11 represent?
Cleveland, which is a big part of Cleveland, pretty much from the Huff area to Shaker Square, and then Garfield Heights and Newburgh Heights.
Wow, wow. Well, you young ladies have some serious area to cover.
Yes.
Okay, are you hoping, or have we already established that you both will be on the ballots for the coming election?
We are.
Yes, we are on the ballots, and I believe we're both unopposed.
Yes.
Wow, that's exciting.
All right, so we're gonna move on from there, and we're gonna talk about. Are you a part of the inner city party?
The Inner City Republican Movement?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right, and you are too?
Yes, I am.
Okay, tell us about the inner city Republican
There's a
movement.
couple of things, and this is one of the things about the mindsets, because we focus too much on the party, and I want people to hear my message. My message is that with education, we need to go back to value-based education, because we are losing that in the system. When you don't have a value-based education, I'll explain what that is. It's not just the curriculum, but it's actual critical thinking skills, moral implementations into the curriculum of what we learn. We also need to, especially in East Cleveland, which is one of the cities in my district, I believe that we need some type of vocational programming within the city. We have too many buildings there, empty buildings, that we can make into vocational schools.
Yes.
Also, when it comes to, the economic part, I think that part of it is not just on the public figures or politicians, whichever you want to call it, but it's also accountability and community collaborativeness, because you can't have community development without economic development, and vice versa. You have to have both of them working at the same time. So, with that, I think we have to just get back in the communities again, like was stated earlier, education, which I have tried to do with the organization that I run, and to just start doing analysis on what we have and going to the right resources and the right people to make these things actually happen.
Yes, I agree. And so as far as, this is Shalera Taylor. As far as the Cleveland Municipal School District, I will be working with them to include some more vocational classes, and not just any. These are specifically catered to rebuilding the city. In Painesville, they have a program where they teach kids to build homes from the ground up, and then they sell the homes for a little above cost, and that money goes back into the school system. So they have money to extracurricular activities, and they don't have to ask the state for more money. These houses that they're building out in Painesville are $300,000 houses that these students are now selling. We're going to bring that program, or facilitating to bring that program into Cleveland. So therefore, that will take care of a lot of the abandoned houses that are up. It will take care of a lot of the property, lots that are have no spaces on them. And then the houses won't cost that much, because remember, we're only building them at cost. So there we can then provide houses at a cheaper rate and have people as homeowners.
Listen, go ahead. Finish your statement. Go right ahead.
That brings, I feel that homeowning, like owning your home, brings a more of a cohesive community, along with having your own business or working in your community as well too. There's a lot of, as Cassandra said, buildings that are not being used right now.
All right, inner city Republican Party.
And as you talk about picking and choosing leaders, I'm sure that you guys did your homework and doing your research and talking about the leaders of the Republican Party previous to your involvement, which was just December. So would you ladies say that you felt that the Democrats that did hold your positions in the 8th ward, is that the correct? 8th district, and then respectively 11th. In the 11th district, that these current representatives are not, they're not suiting the needs of their constituents?
Not at all.
Definitely. In my case, I was very concerned with the lack of acknowledging what had happened in the city of East Cleveland with the shootings between that happened with Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams. Mm-hmm. And for someone who represents a urban community, a predominantly urban population, and you do not speak out on that issue, it was a great concern of mine.
Okay, and what about you?
Well, there's been a Democrat in my area for like the last 20 years, and it hasn't gotten any better. And here's my thing is the definition of insanity is keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. We keep voting for the same people, or they're passed down from, one, or so to speak, the baton is handed from one person to the next, and they're kind of almost like a shoe-in, a key-in. And these people are maybe not the best for the community. Let's just say that. Like I said, it has not improved in the last 20 years. It seems that it's
I want to
worse.
focus in on the inner city Republican Party. And speaking of that, how does the inner city Republican Party feel right now, facing the fact that the Republican Party is hot right now? The Republican Party is the talk of the nation. And will the inner city Republican Party be able to support whatever candidate
Is
nominated, or what is your feelings on that?
Well, we'll just have to see who's nominated.
Are you concerned that it might be someone that you don't necessarily support? And I guess we don't want to get, like Art's saying, we don't want to get too political. We don't have to call names. But the front runner, are you telling me that you young ladies would be able to support this candidate?
No, I'm not going to support a candidate just simply because they're in my party. I
Oh,
don't believe in that.
okay.
I support anyone who has not only my best interest, but the interests of the people. And one thing that I want individuals to understand is the separation of government to a certain extent, and then the collaborativeness of government. So you have your Republican Party on a federal level, you have your Republican Party on a state level, you have your Republican Party in a municipality. And you have to understand there's different, not only different players, but the issues are different, with the pertaining to the government.
Exactly.
And who will control that. Right. So even though right now, like you said, the climate is very hot with the Republicans on the U.S. level, the federal government level, but let's also understand that we do have a state government that's just as important.
And here's my concern now is that, like you young lady, you sisters were talking about, going out in the community and educating people is step number one.
Yes.
So until you get the minds and the hearts of the people to understand what you're talking about, unfortunately, it's going to go right over their heads because before they hear anything, they hear Republican. What's the first thing they see?
Racism.
So
Racism.
unfortunately, you got a battle on your hands because first you got to eliminate those thoughts so you can get to what the real issues are. And quite frankly, you know, I don't know if you guys listened to the last show, but we talk about the simple things that what do black people want, what do black people need in a community. So I always go back to the 10-point program that I always refer to from the Black Panther Party. This is what we want. We still haven't got it. So I always ask anyone that says they want to represent me, how do we meet these
The
simple
Art McCoy University Radio Show, the University of Common Sense. Listen, we are dealing right now, we got some special guests in the house.
the inner city Republicans.
Inner City Republican Party. Listen, things got so bad in Cleveland that they said, hey, we got to come up with the Inner City Republican Party so we can so that we can have some diversity, so we can so we don't have to all be pigeon boxed into one category, one political party. Listen, I happen to agree with that we do need an inner city political party, and I have to say under the leadership of Donald Walker Brown and the others, this party is growing. They're getting recognition, and I just thank my guests for coming out. Are you a part of that also? Because we're you just came to support.
That's my mother.
Oh, mother, no wonder. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get on your daughter like that. No doubt about it. So, all right. So at this time, I'm going to give you a chance to make another statement, okay? Anything you want to talk about the Inner City Republican Party, okay?
Oh, about the inner city. I did want to speak on the caller who just hung up.
Go right ahead.
And on you, you said you were born in Alabama and you were born somewhere else.
Mississippi.
At the end of the day, we were all born in America. We are all Americans. This is a melting pot. Whether you're black or white, whether they want to put color, or they want to call you Negro, or they want to call you Chinese or Asian or Latino or whatever it is, we're all part of the United States. We're all born here. We're not leaving. We're not going anywhere. We're staying right here. So that's what we need to start embracing more and stop trying to figure out what box we need to be in. Like you said, you know, boxes are for either people in jail or people in caskets.
I hate to beg your pardon.
Yes, I have to
But
beg
do
your
you
pardon as well.
do you realize
Uh-huh.
that at the condition that black people are going, we are almost back into slavery?
We don't have to be. We can take control over what's going
Well,
on right now.
Well, when we're going to take control
Right
of it?
now, you see me and her sitting here trying to get
talk
into
to me,
office.
sister. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
I
we
love
gotta
it.
stand up. We gotta do something about it. We can't keep sitting around saying, "Oh, we need to do this, we need to do that," and never actually act on it. And also, we get out, we march, and that's all fine and good. But we still have to ask the legislators that are in office right now to please, could you pass this bill? Please, could you do this for us? Instead of us going and getting into the seats that we need to get in, so we can just do what we need to do instead of asking for permission.
Well, do you think
I love
the administration that you want to be a part of, the Republican Party, if the Republican Party wouldn't even work with the president that we had, okay, what makes you think coming in and joining this party that they will work for you?
They are.
Because that's one of the points is that because now I'm part of your party.
Oh, so
And if you do not, because it's the same difference, because if they put something up, even though it's my party and I don't agree with the passage of that, I'm going to stall it. I'm in that party, but if it's not working for our needs and what we need, I will stall it. Because I've been on the other end, and I think that's the thing. We get so far removed from our constituents and the issues that's going on. When we get there, we forget all about it. But I have been a product of a lot of the adversity that's going on right now. So this is not just a political seat for me. This is a mindset change. This is a cultural change. This is an economic change. This is an educational change, not just for me, but for everyone that I will represent.
My name is Shalera Taylor. I am running for the state representative seat for the 11th district. Remember, that's Cleveland, Garfield, and Newburgh Heights. And the way you can get in contact with me would be via email, or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm going to give them to you now. My website is www.st4oh.info. And then if you have Instagram and Twitter, it is at ST4OH, and Facebook is ST4OH like page.
Okay.
Okay, and again, I'm Cassandra McDonald, and I'm running for State Representative of District 8. And District 8 again is Euclid, South Euclid, East Cleveland, Richmond Heights, Beechwood, Woodmere, and Cleveland Ward 10. And you can reach me by going onto Facebook, and you can simply type in Elect Cassandra McDonald State Rep, or you can find me on Twitter at I Am Ohio Campaign. And I'm hoping that you all support rebuilding Ohio one law at a time.
All right, thank you, ladies, so much
Thank
for
you so
coming
much.
on. We appreciate you. All right.
Thank
you.
you.
For having me. Thank you.
No doubt about it. Now, I have to make it clear: the Art McCoy University Radio Show does not endorse any
or
candidate,
support any individual candidate.
All right, I just want to make that
Oh,
very
yeah.
clear.
Information on
Look at the faces of doing the protest now. So maybe the city planned for the wrong people.
Obviously.
God is in control. Let me tell you something right now. This is the advice that I would give my brothers on the line, our protesters that protest. I would say that we have a unique opportunity right now to kind of lay back and just watch. We don't have to be right at the front of the podium hollering and screaming. That's why, because the camera will always zero in on us when they got all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of all kind of nationalities doing worse than us. So let's just lay back this time. Let the Latinos go at it. Let the all of the others that Trump have talked about
Right.
go at it. You understand? And let's just lay back and watch and wait. And when it's our opportunity, we will make that move. There's no reason for us to be on Front Street right now.
No, not at all.
Let the others be on the Front Street. You know, this gives us a unique opportunity because of my age, I have never saw the Republican Party and presidential candidates and all that. I never saw them act in such a manner. So let's just sit back and watch this whole thing play out. I think it'll be a wise move for us. Who's on the phone line? Talk to me.